Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in, I know I'm going to mispronounce it, Baeza, Spain. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this UNESCO World Heritage Site that's up here. Where we are is we're kind of up in the mountains. I think this is like 800 or 900 meters up above sea level, so it's quite chilly. I think it's about maybe 11 or 12 degrees today. And it's a little bit windy, but it's not too bad. Light jacket weather. Anyway, we're going to look at some of this Italian Renaissance architecture. Is kind of unique in Spain. There's this city, and then there's a nearby city here that back in like the 1600s or so, they had kind of a little competition to see who could outdo the other one. They came into some money. They were doing like textiles and stuff like that, so there was some money to be spent, so they invested it into their town. So let's walk through here and let's enjoy the day. Now the old quarter of the town looks pretty much the same as it has for several hundred years. This has been since the 17th century or so. These houses and everything has been pretty much the same. A little bit of renovation and stuff like that. But it's these cool old town, like little narrow walking streets and stuff like that. And it's kind of the charm of a lot of these little Spanish towns. You can see there's places where cars can go, and they like run into little tiny narrow alleys. And it's really cool. I like kind of wandering around these. It has the old stone, pavement, and just is a little bit of a cool place. But you can see we're up here on the mountains. So let's look at the view, and then we'll go look at the cool stuff in town. This is the Del Valle del Guadalquivir, something like that. And you can see the other mountains over there. And there's a little river that flows through there. You can see most of it is just olive trees and more olive trees and more olive trees. Really a cool view from up here though. Yeah, you're not too far from Granada and Cordoba and a few other places. Okay, so let's go up into the town. These guys have a nice view here from their house. Now the old church is kind of the highlight of the area. And then there's like the lion's fountain that they think maybe has the representation of Hannibal's wife in the middle of it. Because this was actually Carthaginian in here, and then Roman, and then later on the Visigoths, and then the Moors. And then when the Catholics pushed the Moors out, it became Christian, and just the history of it is long, like all these places here in Spain. And then this will be our first stop right here. This is the highlight of the town, and it's the kind of the centerpiece of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. The little top of it up here, the little dome at the top of the bell tower, can be seen pretty much from anywhere in the town, and it's easy to get to. Just got to wander up through these little streets. Yeah, I love the old walls, the ceramic tiles. It's got so much character to these old towns, and the bell tower is really something else. Now I think it was a mosque before, because the Moors were here in the like 800s up till they were pushed out. I think in like 1170s, somewhere in there is when this was recaptured, and then they made the church and everything over here. But this is so fantastic with the little arch here, and just built right over from the church over to the other little wall here. This is kind of the side. We'll go around to the front. Now this site is only open from 11 until 1 p.m. and I think the cost will be €7 per person to get in, and it includes the museum, which all right, so here's the door to go in, and you can see the styling. I mean, most everything in Spain will be like Gothic styling, but this is the Italian Renaissance. And it's quite a bit different. And they call this here the Plaza de Martínez Rojas. Okay, so you can see the hours right there. I was told at the visitor center this is only accessible from 11 until 1. Okay, so we're inside here. So they give you, if you want, you can get the audio guide, and then you can get these VAR things, virtual reality. But I don't need that. I just want to look at this place with my own eyeballs. Yeah, so this is quite something in here. Yeah, so that's right above the gift shop when you first came in and you buy your tickets. The stained glass has the little coat of arms here. And you can see up there, there's just a little bit of stained glass. And then these really cool little domes. And then down here is for the congregation. And I'm not sure what this is about right here. Has a little cross at the top. And you can see it has the little small places all around here. And then these stairs goes up to the tower. We'll go check that out after we look around in here. Has some really nice paintings. Yeah, these columns are magnificent though. Really nice. And then places like this are all here. You have paintings. It's like the Virgin Mary back there. I'll stick my camera through the little fence here so you can kind of get an idea. Yeah, I really, really like that painting. Oh, it's beautiful. And we got a lady right here touching up the paint on that right there. And here we are right in the middle. Oh, that's quite beautiful. And then more of the stuff around the outside here. You can see the little domes up there, they're painted. I'm not sure what figures are on that one. And then this is looking back to the front of the cathedral. Yeah, really something else in here. And they have this little statue right here just to the right. Some candles and flowers and everything. And this might be some of the seating for some of the choir. And then this small little chapel is in here. You can see it has the same little dome and everything. All right, now let's go up to the top of the bell tower. Yeah, she's touching up that gold paint right there on the bottom of it. That'll look nice when she's finished up. That's pretty cool. It's a little wooden room right there. All right, so the little bell tower closes 30 minutes before the church does. Yeah, we went to another church in Úbeda that had a pretty cool bell tower. It was 60 meters up. I'm not sure how tall this one is. All right, so it looks like we're out of the new and into the old brickwork. Yeah, kind of a cool little place here. All right, so let's keep climbing up these. All right, so now we have a little spiral staircase. Looks like they have a little room here. There's nothing in it, but we'll keep going up this spiral staircase here. Well, we're almost to the top. This is the little landing that has the bells on it. So you can see the modern additions to these bells. And that's what rings it right there. Yeah, they're not as big as I was expecting. Still would be an undertaking to get them up here. And you can see out into the little town. I think there's only like 16,000 people or so that live here in this little town. Okay, let's climb some more stairs here. All right, so we're up here and you can see the little winding stairway. All right, so they put some wire up on these windows, I guess to keep people from jumping out. Kind of a cool little platform. It's pretty windy and cold up here though. Well, you can see what the town looks like. Hopefully that wire isn't in the way too much. Yeah, really cool. All right, so let's go back down. We'll see the rest of this, and then we'll walk around some more of the town. All right, so let's hit this spiral staircase and go back down into the chapel part. All right, so we're back down now. It feels almost hot in here now after the cold wind up there. Now let's go look through the cloister. Oh yeah, this should be pretty nice. That's the little center courtyard and the little place to walk around here. Yeah, this church here isn't near as fantastic as the one in Leda as far as the architecture of the cloister. That was one of the best I've seen in Spain. Yeah, it does look like, though, they have an old well here in the middle of the cloister. There's some old writing that the piece is broken off. Yeah, really a nice little church, though. And then you can look up and see the top of the bell tower. So we were just up there. Yeah, kind of a cool look up there, though. And then they have things like this all around. So we have like a little flag there and various things in all these little cubby holes, statues and stuff. All right, this is the last little thing we'll look at, I think. This is the little museum part. Pretty nice table here. And then some wood carvings. And some of the old clothes and stuff. Those, I bet, were really heavy. Some of the old books. Oh, those are gigantic. Yeah, you're not putting that in your backpack and carrying it home. Oh, those things are giant. Yeah, you can see some of the writing. Magnifique, Peri nis facto, or something like that. Oh, we have some music over here. So I don't know if that's, you see the square right there. Looks like it's changed a little bit over the years. Yeah, and then some more of the clothes and some books. Oh, these books are fantastic. I mean, if you'd imagine somebody sat there and drew on every single one of those pages. And this would have been all hand embroidered. Oh, that is something else. And then we have some nice paintings up here also. That one's kind of weathered. Yeah, kind of an interesting little museum, kind of in the corner of this little church. All right, so we've seen everything in here. Let's go into the town now. We'll see what we see in there. Yeah, that was fun. All right, so let's look a little bit more of this charming little town here. Yeah, you're kind of up on a little bit of a hill inside of the town, so this church kind of rises up above everybody, or all the buildings anyway. Check out that old car. There's an old lady that hopped in it, and away she goes. That's cool. And then some of their houses over here. Yeah, from down here, this is the best look at the cathedral. Oh, it's really, really nice. So the Renaissance style. Yeah, I like it. It's much simpler than the Gothic with all that stuff. And then check out the gate right here. Then we have the Andalusia University. I think you can go in there maybe and look around, but we're going to skip that. And then we'll go down into the town. Now this place is a lot less touristy than some of the other places. Like if you go to Cordoba or Valencia or somewhere like that, there'll be tourists everywhere. But there's not near as many that find their way up here. It's kind of a little bit of a out-of-the-way place, which is pretty cool. And they have some columns on the back side of the university. This guy's buzzing up. So this is the secondary school right here. Has a cool little tower. And then I can hear behind me there's some kids shouting, so there's a school over here. And we have this, looks like a little church or something, but the school's back behind this wall. All right, let's stick our head in here. Oh, this is really nice. Yeah, this one's a very, very simple church compared to what we just saw. Still really nice though. Yeah, that's a really interesting styled church. You can see some of the narrow roads that way. Yeah, we'll go down and see over this way. So there is a museum here that's free that you can go take a look at. I'm not going to put any of that in the video. We're just looking at the old town today. So this is the former university over here that dates back to the 16th century. All right, so it looks like we can look around in here. Oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I really like the arches and columns in here. You can see the upper level and then a little arch up there. It might have had a bell in it at one time. And they have a free little museum here talking about the town, some of the people from here. Kind of cool. Oh, this is fantastic right here. So you have the old blackboard and the teacher's desk. I'd feel right at home right there. And then where the students would sit. So kind of uncomfortable, but that's all right. My boring lessons maybe would, the uncomfortable seats would keep them awake. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the board students, I'm sure, carved their initials into the desk. And then you have a place here for like the ink and the quill. Now this is amazing right here. So they have a little fireplace right here, a little fire pit. That's for the teacher and only the teacher in this classroom to warm their feet. Yeah, this is great. This is a little free thing. So let's go and we'll go down and look at the butcher shop and stuff like that over here. So we've almost walked out of the historic part into where the modern businesses and everything are still being run. But all of this is quite old also. But this is where all the restaurants and hotels and everything are down over here. Yeah, so this is the center of the town. So you have the plaza over there, a roundabout. You have little restaurants, stuff like that here. You got a little cafe over here, Pub La Biblioteca, the library. And a little bit more. We got one more thing we'll look at here. So we have the old gates and old wall here. This has all been converted into the tourist office. I think this used to be like the scribe's office over here at one point. Yeah, this was the Civil Audience and Scribe's office. So it was built in 1535, just a few days ago. Yeah, really, really cool. And then over here, this is the Plaza del Popolo, the People's Plaza. And then over here, this is the old butcher shop. This was outside of the walls, and that's what it was when it was originally built. So on the ground floor, they would slaughter the animals, and then the sales office was up top. Okay, and then right here, this is the Fountain of Lions. This is the last thing that we'll look at. And it's right here in the middle of this little plaza. And the lions are pretty war. And this is who they believe may be the wife of Hannibal. And she's right there at the top of this fountain. That'll finish up our video over here at this really cool town, Baeza, or however you say it in Spanish. It's quite nice. The church is fantastic. All the old buildings are really cool. Has a lot of character. And this is one of those places that not a lot of people come over here to see. We braved a little bit of the chilly weather, but it was definitely worth it. It may get busier during the summer months, probably a little bit. I mean, there's a little bit of infrastructure here for the tourism, but really a nice place. You can just kind of walk around, look at this place at your leisure. I would highly recommend it if you're over in this area. It's worth a special trip in my mind. I mean, I made a special trip over here to see it, and I'm happy I did. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and then you get to see other videos that I do. And if you've been here or have any questions or comments, I apologize if I mispronounced any of the words or misspoke or whatever. I'm just wandering around here with my camera, so I don't know everything, just me with my camera, telling you a little bit about what I do know. So hopefully you like that. If you did, you're in the right spot to see more videos. But anyway, until next time, from over here in Spain, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.